Good morning, everyone. Good morning, and welcome to JU-Ice channel. I hope everyone is doing okay today. It's Friday, people. It's Friday. For some people, it's payday, and for some, it's not. So don't go spending your money all in one place, and make sure you put a little aside for emergency, and also pay yourself. Put a little in your bank account if you have one. And if you don't, you should try to get one. It doesn't cost a lot to open a bank account. So, to those of you that don't have one, I suggest you try to get one. And yeah, people, I'm grateful to God for waking up this morning. I just came out. It's a beautiful morning. You can tell it's going to be a hot day because I could feel it. And Mr. Hustle is pulling me in a different direction. You know, this dog has a mind of his own. He does what he wants to do. So here I am. I'm following him. You know, he's the leader and I'm following him. I'm going to take him where he wants to go. Yeah. And this is what I wanted to talk about this morning. I hope all of you are feeling well today. No aches and pains. I know some of you have aches and pains, but don't let that get you down. They have remedies for that, but you have to use them. Okay, let's get into it. Story time. As you all know, Mr. Donald Trump is going to be the president of the United States again. Well, he wasn't my choice, but what can I or anyone say? We have to accept what is. We cannot change that. So let us all give Mr. Donald Trump a big shout out for winning the presidency. He sure tried. He was trying his butt off. He's a Gemini. And those people do not give up no matter what. No matter what. So I have to give him that. Yes. And to those of you out there that's trying to do stuff and you're told you're not going to get it or you're being knocked down or whatever, don't give up. Keep trying. Keep trying. Okay. I suppose it wasn't time for a woman president. I don't know when that will ever be, but I guess it's not. Anyway, she ran a good fight. She ran a good race. There can only be one winner. So we just have to congratulate Mr. Trump. All right. I remember when my parents brought me into this country, the United States of America. I was 12 years old. I came in here legally. People, you hear what I say? Legally. Not on no boat, not trying to cross the border, none of that. I had my passport. I had my green card. I had my ticket. We came on an airplane. That's right. We flew in the air. That was my first time ever getting on one of those big birds and flying away. And that was something that I always prayed that would happen. Anyway, I'm grateful for that. And my Uncle Stanley, he's still alive. God bless him. He's in his 90s right now. Can't get around like he used to because he's getting up there in age. But I thank him every day. I even got his name in my book as appreciation. I appreciated him for helping my mom and my dad bring us here, bring themselves here, and bring us here. So you see, you have to give thanks to those that help you along the way. You should never forget people that help you along the way. Never. No matter what happened with the circumstances, never forget anyone that gave you help. Okay. Years later, I joined the military, and I was in the United States Army. I did 22 years. I'm retired now, and it was one of the greatest experiences that I had, and I loved it. I enjoyed it. I met a lot of beautiful people, smart people from all over this world. I learned a lot of stuff. I learned stuff that I never even knew or thought of. Okay, going back. I remembered my company commander at the time telling me I was a PFC at the time, private first class. And I remember my company commander telling me, where you should file for citizenship, because if you don't, being here in the United States Army and being in the United States period, you're not going to progress. You're not going to be able to vote. There's a lot of things that you're not going to be able to do if you don't become a citizen. You're not going to get promoted. Promoted means getting a higher rank, getting more pay. So I said, sir, okay. To my surprise, I didn't jump on it at the same time. But like I just said, to my surprise, my dad, he wasn't living with us at the time because of domestic violence problems and stuff like that. So he had to leave the house, go live somewhere else. But, he came by to visit sometimes. And this particular day, he came and he handed me these applications to fill out for citizenship. Each application was for each one of us that weren't a citizen, my siblings and myself. So I gave the ones that needed it, I gave it to them. I took mine and I filled it out. Believe it or not, this application is long. There's so much stuff on there that you have to fill out. And, I'm a person, I always keep my information in a safe place because you never know when you're going to need it. You don't throw away stuff. You don't throw away important papers, because one day you might need it. So you always have to keep that stuff and keep it in a safe place. So when you need it, you can go and get it and do the do. So that's what I did. Up to this day, I do the same thing. I filled out my application. I didn't go and ask my mother for any kind of help or nothing. I just did it on my own. And it took time because you had to return it back Well, first of all, he got my papers. He got the applications from 26 Federal Plaza. That's in New York City, in Manhattan, you know. Anyway, I filled mine out and I didn't mail it. I returned it to 26 Federal Plaza. And with me having my military ID, I didn't have to stand on that long line waiting to go in the building. I can, and at the time was able to just go in, show my ID, got checked by the guards, because you can't take no weapons, guns, or nothing like that in that building. And I went in and I turned in my application. All right. It took some time to get an answer from those federal people, but I did get an answer from them. So now here comes the time, like I said, time passed by. So I got an appointment and I had to go. At this time, they were doing it downtown Brooklyn on Fulton Street. I do not remember the address, but to those of you that is familiar with Brooklyn, it was right downtown Brooklyn, right diagonal from where Macy's is located. I believe that's Hoyt Street. Yes, but it was on Fulton Street. And they had a place there where you had to go, and when they call your name, they interview you. That's what they were doing. They interview you. So they call your name, and then you go into this little booth, and there's someone sitting there with you, and they ask you questions, and the questions are about the United States, about current events, that kind of stuff. I'm saying you because at the time, each one of us had received, I don't know everyone if they received the same amount of questions as I did, but I received 10 questions. I was allowed to miss 3. I answered my questions and I only missed 2. So therefore that means that I passed the interview. So I had to wait again, and that wasn't too long. I waited and I got a call from them. Not a call, I got a letter in the mail from them. And this time, I had to go downtown Brooklyn again, but this time by Cadman Plaza. There's a big post office over there, not the post office. I had to go to the courthouse, the Eastern District Courthouse. And of course, I had an appointment, but when I got there, there were a lot of people waiting in line. There were a lot of people. People were dressed down to death. People were dressed like they're going to a wedding. People was all dressed up. But they were people from different places and different countries and different islands, all that kind of stuff. We were there to get our citizenship. So as time went on, everyone entered the courtroom, and there was a gentleman, a judge, and we all gathered in there and we took our seats, and he spoke, and then someone else spoke, and they spoke about the United States. As a matter of fact, he himself came from another country, so he was telling his story and the other person that was talking. And they swore us in and stuff like that. We had to stand, put our right hand in the ear, put our left hand, put our right hand in the ear, and say the oath. And then, we were sworn in. After that, we were told, congratulations, you are now a United States citizen. Everyone was smiling from ear to ear because we were all happy and everything. That was one of the greatest moments of my life also. Then we sat down and we had to wait for each line to leave out the courthouse. Then we waited on another line and we went over to these tables that were posted, and we had to turn in our passports because you didn't need those passports anymore. And they took the green card and they cut it. You didn't need that anymore, but you could keep it if you wanted to. So you can't use it, but they cut it in half. They placed it in a box. No, you didn't keep it. They kept it. But the passport, they gave you back the passport, but you weren't able to use that passport anymore because I still have my old passport. But the green card, they kept that. I didn't need that anymore. And they gave me my certification, the citizenship certificate. It's huge. And it have all your information on there. And there's a number on there, not a phone number, a docket number, your number for your citizenship. I never memorized it because I didn't think I need to memorize it. I kept my certificate. I still have it. I have it in a safe place. And as you should know, they have all these documents documented. So wherever you go in the United States, you didn't have, or out of the United States, you didn't have to show that green card anymore. If you was traveling or wherever you was going, you didn't need it. They took it from you. You didn't need it anyway. I used to walk certain places I went, I would take my citizenship certificate with me because, I was new to the system. So I took it with me. That way they can take the number off and, put it on whatever application I was doing. So it would be in the records. Until later on, I didn't have to do that anymore because I was already registered. Then I put my certificate back in a safe place, like I said, and I still have it in a safe place up to this day. So they told us they gave us information how to get our United States passports and stuff like that. Well, I didn't rush to go get that because I wasn't planning on traveling anywhere. So, I got that later on in life. But it's good to have your passport. It's a form of identification and stuff like that. And I finally got that. But I also got promoted in the military, which was good. And now, I could vote. At that time, I could vote. I could still vote. I'm still voting up to this day. So what I'm trying to say to you people, I don't know if my siblings went ahead and did theirs. I really don't know. They are grown. I can't tell them what to do. That's their business. They had time where they should have done all of that. And I did what I had to do. I gave them the applications. I don't know if they took care of it or not. And that's another thing. There's a lot of people that's living here in the United States that came in legally, but they are so lackadaisical. They are busy trying to do this and trying to do that. Trying to make all this money. You're not getting rich by making all this money. And you're not getting promoted on your jobs because you don't have the correct status. But you just being lackadaisical. You, instead of doing what you're supposed to do to accomplish things here in America, you're not doing that. They're not doing that. So now the heat is on, people. The heat is on. All of you thought that and was hoping and praying that Mr. Trump wouldn't get back in. But it was God's will. It was God's will. He got back in. So, you know, a lot of people was just BSing around saying, oh, I don't have to rush and go try to get no citizenship. I don't have to do this. I don't have to do that. And before you know it, here we are back at square one. Back at square one. So now a lot of you are pulling the strands out of your hair. Now you want to rush and go do this and do that and all this kind of stuff because, like I just said, the heat is on. I hope y'all know what I mean by that. The heat is on. Yeah, those of you that's not legal, y'all going to be shipped back to wherever you came from. Those of you that have green card but you're not a citizen, you might get shipped back to wherever you came from too. And there's a lot of you that been up here for donkey years, don't really know anyone from wherever you came from. Most of your family is probably gone or dead or gone or moved away or whatever. I don't know how y'all gonna survive or cope or whatever. But people, you cannot be lackadaisical. You cannot sit around and think that stuff is gonna come right into your hand. You have to get up and go do the do. And there's a lot of folks here in the United States from different places, like I just said, that's what they've been doing. Lackadaisical, you know what I'm saying? Doing all this BS and stuff. Yeah, a lot of y'all working on YouTube and stuff like that, but a lot of y'all don't have y'all citizenship and stuff like that. YouTube is not going to get y'all citizenship or whatever odd jobs that y'all doing or off the book jobs. So I don't know what to tell y'all now. I really don't know what to tell y'all now. Anyway, I don't know. I just don't know. But more power to all of you. I'm dead serious because this man is not playing. He is not playing. And y'all had a lot of time to do what y'all had to do. And another thing, to apply for citizenship now, at that time, I only paid $50. $50. And that was in the 80s. Believe it or not, the price is higher. I don't know if it reached $1,000 by now, but I remember some time back a friend of mine was doing it because they have churches and stuff where you can go and apply and all this kind of stuff. I don't know too much about that system, but I was told, and there's a long waiting list. And now it's a money-making thing. It has been for quite a while. So if that's what you're trying to do now, y'all better get y'all money together and run out there to those churches or wherever that's doing having people apply for it and start doing your thing. I don't know if it's too late, but it's worth a try. Ask questions, people. Ask questions. You can get on your phone and you can Google up stuff, or on your computer and look up stuff. Ask questions, because this is not the time to be BSing around anymore. This is your life. This is your life. And there's a lot of people that's living here in the United States. They done bought house. They done bought cars. They got a whole lot of stuff. And you know, some of them, they land, well, you have to pay land taxes. The land is not yours. You have to pay taxes and all of that kind of stuff. And there's a lot of people that have cars, but it's not actually their car because they paying on it. But put it like this, they live in the good life, but they don't have the credentials. If they get kicked out of here, they don't have the credentials where that wouldn't happen, because all of that stuff will be going back to the government, to wherever, you know, the house, the cars, and whatever. And then y'all have to pack up and leave and go back home, to a home that y'all don't really know. You have to find lodging when you get down there. And you know what a lot of people in your home is going to say? Because a lot of West Indians would say this: y'all are so ignorant. Y'all been up there all these years. Y'all had the chance where you could apply for citizenship and get your shit together. Excuse me for cursing. But y'all didn't do that. Y'all out there BSing around. Think y'all making all this money, living or trying to live all this lavish life and all this kind of stuff. And in the meantime, what you were supposed to be doing, you wasn't doing. Y'all didn't think that this day was gonna come back, right? Well, it's back. And guess what? I don't feel sorry for any of you, because a lot of you knew what to do and you didn't do it. So I don't feel sorry for anyone. Seriously. Call me cold-hearted or whatever. Oh well, that's on y'all. But you know, if my dad didn't give me that application, I would have went down there and gotten it myself. Seriously. But thank God for him. He's unalive now. He might have not been a perfect dad, but he was all right to me, because hadn't for him, I would have had to go get that application myself. But he saved me that trip, and I went ahead and did what I had to do. And by the way, he became a citizen. My mom, she also had an application, but she never filled hers out. She's unalive now. And when she was in her 80s, when she was in her early 80s, that's when she decided now to want to fill out those papers to become a citizen. So, you know, my cousin, she's a lawyer, so she got my cousin to help her with the paperwork and stuff like that. But unfortunately, she passed away before anything got anywhere. So, people, you shouldn't wait. You shouldn't wait, because tomorrow is not promised. You don't know what could happen tomorrow. You don't even know what could happen this very second. So you should not wait. You have to get up and do what you have to do. If you want to go to college, go. You have you have your high school diploma, or whatever, or your GED. Go and apply. Take the entrance test. If you pass, if you fail, try again, or try at another college and try to get in where you can go to college. A lot of folks don't like to go to college and stuff like that, but I do believe it's a good idea to go to college. Get that piece of paper, get that degree, get that certificate, get that degree. But, you will be advancing in your life and get your citizenship. Go out there and get your stuff. You know what I'm saying? Don't wait around for nothing. Don't wait around for anybody to help you. Get your stuff together and go get all your business taken care of. Because when it's all said and done, you are in it by yourself. You are in it by yourself. When your mama and your papa leave this earth, you are in it by yourself. You and your kids. When you leave this earth, your kids is in it by themselves. We didn't come here. We came out of our mother's womb, but we didn't come in here with all these people. You didn't even come in with your mom. She came in by herself. You came in by yourself. So when it's your time, you're going to leave this earth by yourself. You're going out by yourself. Even if your friend or your mother or your sister, both of y'all die the same day, okay, y'all going to go out on that same day. But you're going to be buried in a different grave, and the other person is going to be buried in a different grave. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's twins, I don't know how they do that. Maybe they put them in the same casket. I don't know. I never been to a twin funeral before. I never even heard anything about it. But, and twins, they both of them don't come out the same exact minute, second, you know what I'm saying? One come out a little bit behind the other. So I don't know, identical twins, just because they look alike, they don't come out, both of them at the same split second. One come out first and then the other one come out after. You're born on the same day, but you didn't come out at the same exact time. It might be a second away or something. Paternal twins now, that's a boy and a girl. You don't look alike, but one come out first and the other one come out after. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not all that bright, but I'm not all that dumb either. So Mr. Hustle just used the bathroom. As you can see, where is it? It's right over here. He did it a little while ago, but I'm here busy trying to tell my story, put some info out there, because like I just said, the heat is on. And for those of you that's trying to go do your citizenship and all that kind of stuff, people start watching the news. You have to look at current events. A lot of people don't do that. Not just for citizenship. A lot of people don't know what is going on in the world. A lot of people don't know what is going on in the United States because they do not watch the news. They do not read books. They don't do a lot of stuff. They doing stuff that they ain't even need to be doing. They busy with this materialistic shit. The Gucci bag, the Gucci chain, the Gucci this, the Gucci that, and other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Balenciaga and all this kind of stuff. They not doing what they supposed to be doing. So, like I just said, the heat is on. That big man is ready to rock and roll. And believe you me, he's going to lock and load. That's right. The borders, oh my God. So, y'all need to get it together. It's no time to play anymore. No more sleeping in bed. No more hiding whatever y'all was doing or still doing. You gotta come out. And he's gonna get people out of this country. I'm serious. So, learn from this. Get up and do what you have to do. So So as you can see, I washed my hair yesterday. And believe it or not, I got so lost in time. I was in the shower. I went in there from, I say, 9 o'clock in the morning because I was out with Mr. Hustle. I didn't come out of there until 4 in the afternoon. I let the conditioner and all that stuff sit in my hair for quite a while. And you know, time didn't mean anything to me because I was just taking my sweet old time. And that's what's so good about being retired, people. You can do whatever you want to do whenever you want to do it. Well, that's unless you have appointments and stuff like that. But if you don't have anything to do, you can take your sweet old time and enjoy it. And that's what I am doing. That's what JU-Ice is doing. I'm standing right here in the shade. There's a nice sweet breeze blowing on my back. Mr. Hustle is laying down, relaxing. What the hell?